Good morning, 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 good morning. It's Monday. We're in the big worship room. That can only mean one thing. GCEC Chapel. It's chapel time with yours truly, Pastor Leo Cunningham, also known to the kids of the GCEC as Chapel Guy. Now look, I know, look a little strange for some of you. I'm wearing a tie. I'm wearing a dress shirt. I'm not rocking one of my GCEC t-shirts. I know, because that can throw some of you off when I see you here in the halls in the building. You're confused. What are you wearing? So I thought maybe we'd do chapel a little dressed up for everybody today. Today I'm going to tell you a story, a short story, about a man in the Bible whose name was Isaiah. Now, Isaiah is what the Bible calls a prophet. A prophet is a person, a special person that God sends to try to teach people certain ways to live and behave and to be in the world together. Sometimes what the prophet says is hard to follow and hard to remember. But the prophet always was trying to get people to understand that there's a better way that God wants us to be. So, Isaiah is one of my favorite prophets. And one day he was trying to explain to people that they had to make things easier to get to God. And he uses an image of building a road, like walking down a path. And he talks about the fact that you got to move stuff out of the way so people can walk safely. So people aren't going to trip or fall. You got to move things. Now, he was talking about ways to make it easier for people to get to where they needed to be. In that case, it was to get to God. But he was also trying to explain that they had to move things out of the way so God could get to the people. He talked about you got to clear the road. You got to clear the path. Now, right now, if you've noticed outside, when you've gone outside for playtime, there are a lot of big trucks and big machines with claws that are digging in the dirt, and they're picking up big, huge rocks and gigantic boulders, and they're trying to clear away so the water can flow easier. But are you noticing how much hard work it's going into, how long it's taking, how noisy it is? Because they're trying to make a way. They're trying to move things out of the way so that the water from here at the church can flow to downtown where the other river is. Our case, it's a creek or a creek, depending on where in Ohio you live. But that's what God wants us to remember. How do we move things out of the way to make it easier to get to God and God to get to you so you can travel easier? Kind of like maybe if you've got toys lying around where people have to walk. Or have you ever stepped on a toy? Oh, my kids and their Legos when they were little. That's a painful thing to step on a Lego, which is why I usually always wear shoes. Another story. But the idea I would tell them is you got to move this stuff out of the way. You got to move this stuff out of the way so everyone can walk easy, can get to where they need to go without tripping and falling. So sometimes it's about actually picking stuff up off the ground so no one trips and falls. Or sometimes it's about trying to make it easier to get to God, like you would try to get to one of your friends. The exact same way you would want it easy for one of your friends to be able to get to you. Moving the things out of the way so everybody can walk and travel safely. Now it's Monday. That's what I have for you in today's time with chapel together. Which means it is time for the drum of dismissal. Yes, that's right. So, and I know someone asked about kangaroo. Yes, there's actually on the map a room that says koala and one that says kangaroo. I don't think there's anybody in the kangaroo room yet, but I was looking at the map and I saw that on the room, so I'm going to include them. Not sure where they're going to be, but they'll be there. So with that being said, koalas, kangaroos, Dino A, Dino B, tigers, monkeys, piglets, school agers, and those beyond school age, you are all dismissed. Pastor Leo Cunningham, coming to you from the big worship room here at Glenwood United Methodist Church. The chapel guy is gone. I'm out. I've got to make sure we can have clear roads so people can get to where they need to be. In this case, my job as chapel guy is helping people get to God. Kids, I will see you 7 days.